Topic: the top 5 greatest warriors in history. Legends who shaped the world. History is filled with warriors whose courage, leadership, and ambition changed the world forever. In this video, we'll explore 5 legendary warriors who led armies to victory, conquered empires, and carved their names into the pages of history. Let's dive in. 1. Alexander the Great, the undefeated conqueror. Alexander of Macedon wasn't just a king, he was a force of nature. By the age of 30, he had conquered nearly all of the known world, from Greece to Egypt and deep into India. His armies never lost a battle, and his brilliant strategies left even the mighty Persian Empire in ruins. Alexander led from the front, inspiring fierce loyalty among his troops. But despite his victories, his reign was short. He died at just 32, leaving behind an empire too large to control, but a legacy that endures to this day. 2. Genghis Khan, the storm from the steppes. Genghis Khan, the ruthless warlord from Mongolia, united scattered tribes into one unstoppable force. His army conquered more territory than anyone in history, building the largest contiguous empire ever. His conquests stretched from China to Europe, reshaping the world's trade routes and spreading cultural exchange. Genghis was more than a brute force. He was a master of strategy, discipline, and fear. His armies moved fast, striking like lightning, with spies and scouts who knew the land better than their enemies. By the time he died, the Mongol Empire was unstoppable. 3. Julius Caesar, the rise of Rome's greatest general. Julius Caesar wasn't just a brilliant general. He was the architect of Rome's transformation from a republic into an empire. His conquest of Gaul brought wealth and power to Rome, and his daring march across the Rubicon triggered a civil war that ended with him becoming Rome's first dictator. As a strategist, Caesar was unmatched, outmaneuvering larger armies and turning political rivals into allies. His reforms stabilized Rome for a time, but his growing power came at a cost. In 44 BC, he was assassinated by those who feared he'd become king. Yet even in death, Caesar's influence shaped the rise of the Roman Empire. 4. Hannibal Barca, Rome's greatest enemy. Hannibal of Carthage was a commander like no other. Driven by a lifelong grudge against Rome, he did the unthinkable, leading his army, including war elephants, across the Alps into Italy. For years, he terrorized Roman lands, defeating much larger armies with brilliant tactics. At the Battle of Cannae, he pulled off one of the greatest military maneuvers ever, surrounding and annihilating a massive Roman force. Though Carthage would eventually fall, Hannibal's strategies influenced generals for centuries, making him one of history's most revered military minds. 5. Richard the Lionheart, the Crusader King. Richard I of England, better known as Richard the Lionheart, was the very definition of a warrior king. During the Third Crusade, he led Christian forces to battle against Saladin, one of the most formidable opponents of the era. Though the Crusaders never reclaimed Jerusalem, Richard's courage and tactical brilliance made him a legend. He was known for leading from the front, earning the admiration of both his allies and enemies. To this day, Richard is remembered as the epitome of chivalry, bravery, and leadership. These 5 warriors, Alexander the Great, Genghis Khan, Julius Caesar, Hannibal Barca, and Richard the Lionheart, weren't just soldiers. They were visionaries and leaders who reshaped the world through their ambition and skill. Their stories remind us that history is made by those bold enough to dream and brave enough to fight. If you enjoyed this dive into history's greatest warriors, hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing content, and let us know in the comments, who's your favorite warrior? Thanks for watching.